The shocking dismissal of Whitney Museum's Associate Director of ISP sparks a heated debate about institutional transparency and artistic freedom. Sara Nadal-Melsió, the former Associate Director, reveals the messy and confusing circumstances surrounding her termination and the suspension of the 50-year-old Independent Study Program, ISP, in a candid interview with Hyperallergic.com. 1031177. Sara Nadal-Melsió lost job at Whitney Independent Study Program. Art community lost much more. Nadal-Melsió speaks out against what she sees as the museum's disregard for dialogue and clarity. Her dismissal came on the heels of her public protest against the cancellation of a performance art piece, No Aesthetic Outside My Freedom, Mourning, Militancy, and Performance, which aim to express solidarity with the Palestinian people. Nadal-Melció's experience highlights a broader issue: the pervasive corporate culture of non-disclosure agreements that obscure how power protects itself. Her account also delves into the systemic racism, misogyny, and workers' rights issues that she witnessed during her tenure. As she puts it, these actions were yet another blunt refusal to engage in dialogue and further evidence of a consistent lack of clarity to the point of obfuscation. Regarding the future of the ISP, including the circumstances surrounding former ISP Director Greg Bordowitz's demotion on February 2nd. If this sounds messy and confusing, you are not alone. It is by design. Nadal-Melció's story is not just painful in personal ways, but also a wake-up call for the art community to scrutinize the power dynamics at play in major institutions. But here's where it gets controversial. Nadal-Melció's account raises questions about the role of museums in shaping artistic discourse and the extent to which they should be held accountable for their actions. Are museums merely platforms for artists, or do they bear a greater responsibility to the communities they serve? And this is the part most people miss. The intersection of art and politics often reveals uncomfortable truths about institutional power. What do you think? Should museums be more transparent about their decision-making processes? Let us know in the comments. In other art news, the booming market for dinosaur fossils continues to attract both collectors and ethical debates. From Hollywood stars to tech professionals, buyers range from private collectors to museums and governments. The allure of these ancient creatures remains stronger than ever, but at what cost? And speaking of institutions, the next edition of Manifesto will take place in Coimbra, Portugal in 2028. Showcasing the nomadic biennial's commitment to engaging with local communities and envisioning a shared future for Europe. In a surprising turn, the UK government is offering the public a chance to peek at Labour Prime Minister Keir Starmer's art collection during special tours of number 10 Downing Street. As the art world continues to evolve, so do the ways in which we engage with it. And in a bold move, Radiohead's Thom Yorke returns to the art world with a major exhibition at Oxford's Ashmolean Museum. The show, titled This Is What You Get, charts 30 years of Radiohead record covers and reveals the unspoken connection between music and visual art. Yorke and his collaborator Stanley Donwood challenge the notion that musicians cannot also be artists, inviting us to rethink the boundaries between these creative disciplines. As we navigate these diverse stories, one thing is clear: the art world is as complex and multifaceted as ever. What are your thoughts on these developments? Share your views in the comments below. This version expands on the original content by providing additional context and explanations, particularly in the sections about Nadal-Melció's experience and the broader implications of her dismissal. It also maintains a friendly, conversational tone while addressing complex issues in an accessible manner. The controversial points are highlighted with bold statements and thought-provoking questions, inviting readers to engage in discussion.